Hello, hello, hello. Hello, so I wanted to get on here and first of all say my condolences to the motorcyclist. I went to Richmond over the weekend and I'm literally just now getting back, but there was a motorcyclist, there were multiple accidents and it was a little scary. Anybody that knows me know that driving is my least favorite thing to do. So I want to say condolences. There was a fatality, and my condolences to the family, and I'll be praying for them because I can't imagine that. And also Sonia Massey's family, they praying for them and they received justice because that was wrong also. So I really didn't have anything prepared because, like I said, I've been in Richmond over the weekend and visiting with my family there. Originally from Pennsylvania, but they live in Richmond now, Virginia. Hey, y'all. So I had a fantastic time. It was great. The weather was warm. We were at the pool. I actually went bowling for the first time I bowled, believe it or not. I've been bowling before. I just never actually did the bowling. So that was fun. Normally when I had went to bowling before, it was more or less bowling for the drinks. Like I didn't care about picking up a ball. They're like, hey, yeah, you want to go to bowling? Sure, I'm going to bowling. Yeah, I'm the one sitting at the bar normally. I've been like 3 or 4 times, but that's what I did. I never actually bowled. So I actually did that, getting outside of my comfort zone, doing different things that I wasn't doing before. So I'm just happy to just be able to do some other things besides drinking. So you'd be happy to know that I am still in my sobriety. I did not have anything to drink. And I'm just happy just to be around people that were drinking and me not even wanting a drink. So that was good. I'm proud of myself for that. So yeah, just being high on life these days and not, trying to go to a drink if something happens and, staying prayed up and having positive people and good people around me and, being the CEO of my life and hiring and firing quickly. Quick with we moving forward in a different direction. Same thing a job would do. You need to cut it. But I wanted to also give y'all some information, So I sell insurance. You guys all know that I sell insurance. I sell life insurance, health insurance, dental, vision, marketplace, Medicare Advantage plans and supplements. So Medicare Advantage. Let's talk a little bit about the insurance because this is very helpful. This is something that I know off the top of my head and I don't have to write anything down. So, because I sell it. So, let's start with, life insurance. So, life insurance, everyone needs it outside of work. Let's be real. Like, when you don't have that job anymore, you're not going to have life insurance. And do you really want to leave your family that burden, or do you really just want to have a GoFundMe page and that's, which all you have? You want to be able to go out and, write down what you'd like to have, and you can get it notarized or you can get it signed with a lawyer if you like to go that way. But notarization is good. I'm a notary too. Everybody want to check me out. I'm a notary. But, yeah, so I believe I know that having life insurance is very important because without life insurance, we're leaving our families the burden of taking care of us once we pass on. Now, you want to be able to have at least minimum $10,000 because it's going to cost that, maybe a little more depending on what you want, to bury yourself. Now, let's go through the most important things with the life insurance. Now, life insurance, you have to have it in order to, be buried, or not. You don't have to have it. You can have a bunch of money in the bank, but I don't know people that got a bunch of money in the bank. But if you don't have a bunch of money in the bank, you want this life insurance. Now, it's good to have life insurance with your job. Don't get me wrong, because, it's cheaper, whatever have you. But you also want to have something outside of work. Because if you don't work there no more, you don't have that policy anymore. And you paid in, it's called a group policy. So you paid into this group policy, but once they say we're moving forward in a different direction, yeah, your policy going out the window too, unless you get COBRA benefits. But COBRA benefits is dumb expensive. You don't want to spend your money that way. It's too expensive. COBRA benefits is good for if you're going to be transitioning to another job quickly. Now, I mostly sell whole life policies. I encourage all the young people to get whole life policy. Now, whole life policy is going to do just that. It's going to cover you for your entire life. So even after the fact, after a couple of years, I would say within paying on it, then you will be able to borrow money from it. And I always recommend the young people, 20s, 30s, people that don't have health issues, get the whole life policy. I encourage, I stress, get the whole life policy, mainly because in 5 or 10 years, you'll be able to borrow from that policy, and you can use that money towards purchasing a home, purchasing a new car, doing something that you'd like to do. So I would recommend getting a whole life policy if you're young. Even if you're older, it may be a little bit more because of your age, because insurance goes by your age, and they will pull your medical report. So don't lie. So they will know when you're, if you smoking cigarettes, yeah, your policy is going to be expensive. Just first and foremost. If you're driving a motorcycle, yes, your policy is going to be more expensive. So I would recommend, if you smoke, say you smoke. Because if they find out, you'll have paid into this policy and then can't get anything out of it. You don't want that, because they'll say, oh, you paid $20,000 into a policy, and then once you pass on, once you pass on, they'll do they'll pull your medical report, or even sometimes they may do an autopsy. Are you smoking? Are you a smoker? Do you have tobacco in your system? And then you can't get paid out. Your family will need that GoFundMe page. Or even if they got a bunch of money in the bank, they would need that. So be honest. Don't say, oh, I don't smoke, and you sitting there smoking a pack of cigarettes a day. They will know. So your agent is there to assist you along the way with what you need and, the type of benefits that you can get out of the policy. I sell lots of Foresters policies, mainly because Foresters has living benefits that you can get right now, that you can use money. So I sell Foresters, but they have lots of them, Great Western, lots of different ones. Get with your insurance broker and let them, go through the different policies with you. Now, that's the whole life in a nutshell, really quick. But we also have term life. Now, term life, I don't really like selling term life. Term life is going to do just that, term. And it's either 10 to 20 years it'll term out. It'll actually go so high, increase as far as the premium, monthly payments, that you won't even be able to afford it in year 10 or 12, 15. And yeah, it starts off really low, $20, $30. You're like, yeah, I got insurance. But you don't want that, because once you start paying $200 a month for that same one policy, yeah, it's not worth it. And you're not going to be able to get no living benefits out of it. And you still won't be able to, borrow money. You can't borrow money from it at all. So term life is going to do just that. Term out. You don't want that. I don't sell those policies because I don't see the real benefit of it. I want to help my people or not just my people, all people, to be able to get something out of what they're putting in. And so that's what the whole life policy, that's why I sell so many of those. Now we also have the universal index, IUL index universal, I believe, yes, but I don't sell those either because they fluctuate, and so they go up and down as far as fluctuation. They charge you if you pull money out, and it's just, to me, it's not worth the money, the index universal policy, so I wouldn't do that. Also, I sell annuities. Now, annuity is good. What an annuity is basically you being able to borrow, not borrow, you'll be able to roll over your 401k plan into a fund so that they can pay you out for retirement. But you don't have to pay less taxes on that money as opposed to leaving it in the 401k. I recommend an annuity. That way you'll have monthly payments, even on top of your pension if you work, and your disability or Social Security if you're retirement age. That money will pay monthly benefits also. So I do recommend an annuity if you're that age to be able to retire and move that money over. I recommend that. Now, let's move over to Medicare. Now, Medicare is a beast. I'm not even going to hold. You need an insurance broker to be able to break it down. Now, it's a really funny story behind that because I didn't always have my Medicare. at all. So I went to these ladies' house. I was a door knocker. This was right before the pandemic. I got licensed in 2019 as a life insurance agent. Now, a broker is a person that sells multiple types of policies, and that's what I am now. But at the time, I was just an agent. So I only sold one type of policy, and that was the life insurance. So I went to the lady's house. I called her, scheduled an appointment, went to her house. Now, I'm a brand new agent. I'm so happy to be there. Oh, I got invited in the house. So I went to her house, and we were talking. We had a great time. She offered me tea. We were sitting at her table. We talking and everything. And so she wanted to buy the policy. So I'm like, yes, I got me one. I was so happy to sell the policy, but I sold the policy right then and there. So she said, okay, let's work on my Medicare. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to try to get somebody over here. She's like, oh, you don't sell Medicare? I said, no, I'm not licensed to sell Medicare. She said, oh, well, what do I want to buy a life insurance policy from you then for? It made lots of sense because guess what? It's best to have multiple policies in one house. That way, the next person that's coming that has that type of license, they're going to come in there and sell her the whole kitchen sink and knock you right on out of there. And guess what? That creates a chargeback. You have to pay that money back to the insurance company because they gave you a cash advance based on this policy within either 6 months or 8 months. That's how you get your money. So if they don't keep their policy within a certain amount of time, you have to pay that money back. Me personally, once that money changed hands, I don't want to give you nothing. I don't want to pay nobody nothing. That's my money. So I went quickly. She didn't buy the policy. She's like, Craig down the street will come in here and get this policy. And I didn't want to charge back. So I was like, okay, fine. But that didn't do anything but push me into an uncomfortable situation. So me being uncomfortable, I got to make myself comfortable. So I went and got licensed in the rest of the policy so that I can, or got my rest of my licenses so I can be able to sell multiple policies. So I didn't go back to her because I lost her. Craig Mott down the street, he must have got that policy. I don't know who got her. But she was really nice, but she encouraged me to get the rest of my licenses. And so that's what I did. So then I became a broker. And so I'm selling all these policies. So now let's move on to the Medicare. So Medicare is very important, especially to our seniors and people with disabilities like breast cancer survivors. So I was on Medicare when I went through the cancer diagnoses. I actually was on Social Security. The great thing is I had so many years in. I'm a hustler out here, y'all. So everybody know me. I'm a hustler. So I was able to get full Social Security benefits at age 36 because of all the working that I did. Sometimes I worked 2 and 3 jobs at a time. So I was able to pull in all of my Social Security and all of my disability. But I was denied the first time I went and applied. Clutch pearls, this is my money. So I was really surprised that, how are you going to deny me? I'm on chemo. Like, I'm sick. Like, I can't work. And then so I had to get a lawyer. I had to, go to court, all these things. And it was crazy. It took me 2 years to get my own money. I was flabbergasted. I was broke, messed up. I couldn't believe it. But finally it came through. But I do not encourage people to get these lawyers. If you want to, yeah, go ahead. But the things that this lawyer did for me, nothing. Absolutely nothing, okay? If anybody has access to their own MyChart account, you can go print your MyChart account, your record, and submit it with the application. You don't need a lawyer. What do you need a lawyer for? You can go to the library and do that. Yes, you're going to pay for some copies, but it sure beats shelling out $20,000 out of your 50 of the back money that they owe you because you're going to sit there and wait on this money. I will not recommend a lawyer, just me personally. So, but do whatever you will, of course. Don't listen to little old me. I'm just, I love to stack all my little chips in the bank and not somebody else's bank account. So, I do recommend to get counseling or get advisement on how do you go about doing the application process. But as far as the lawyer is concerned, you're spending that money. You can use that $10,000 on something else. All they did was give you some copies. I literally spoke to the judge in the court. The judge was like, oh, Ms. White, you've been really busy. You're a busybody. I know people that are retired that don't have this many quarters in, so they go by quarters. So quarters means how many years have you put in to get money out? So good thing is I had enough quarters. You guys can consult your local Social Security Administration regarding the quarters if you have any questions about that. Very important to get those quarters completed if you plan on pulling out any of the Social Security disabilities money. It's called SSD. So you'll get 2 checks, one on the 1st and one on the 3rd. You want that. That's your money. Very important. So I want to talk, we're moving on a little bit. Yes, we're moving a little fast. I'm a little bit tired. I'm sorry. But extra help benefits. You want extra help benefits. Extra help benefits is from the Department of Social Services. They go by an income bracket. Now, if you're in a certain income bracket, then you won't be able to qualify for extra help. But I believe it's like $1,500 or less. But consult your local, because it goes by state to state. Consult your local DSS department to find out if you qualify for the extra help benefits. Now, the extra help benefits will pay your Medicare premium so that you won't have to shell out of your Social Security check. Because whether you know it or not, yes, you're paying a premium. Medicare is not free. Again, Medicare is not free. You're paying for you're paying for that. So just go ahead and find out if you qualify for extra help benefits. Because if you do, good. Because they'll pay that Medicare premium for you. That way you'll save that money in your pocket. Medicare consists of Part A, which is your hospital benefit. Part B is your doctor's appointments. A, hospital. If you go inpatient into the hospital, if you have to have surgeries, whatever, that's A. B is your hospital benefits. You're paying for the B. Now, you can have A, if you already applied for Social Security or whatever disability, the A is free. Even if you're not getting Social Security, you still have the A if you had it before. You still have the A. The A never goes away. That's free, it's included. But the B is what you're going to be paying for. And so you want to check into that Medicare Part. You want to check into that Medicare Part B situation so that you can get your benefits, so that you can, receive your benefits and have those doctor's appointments paid out. That's the main reason why I became an insurance broker, so that I can be able to, I didn't know how insurance could be helpful. Now, I say all that to say this, let's circle back around. You can add on a rider with your life insurance. It's called critical illness. A critical illness policy is a policy that you can add on. It usually costs 10 or 15, maybe even 20, depending on age. But you can add that on to your life insurance policy. Now, the critical illness policy is cancer, heart attack, and stroke. Cancer, heart attack, and stroke is your critical illness policies, but it goes along with the life insurance policy, so you have to buy them together. Now, they're going to pay you out upon diagnosis of any of these diseases, cancer, heart attack, or stroke. They're going to pay you out no matter what. So this is good. I wish I would have known, because the 2 times survive, I probably would have had $60,000, $80,000. So I recommend getting a critical illness policy because you want that along with your life insurance policy. And you want to be able to make sure you're paying that premium every month. Someone called me. I sold a policy one time. She's like 30-something, I think, young 30s. She called me and she says she had the policy maybe 2 months. And she says, yeah, I'm not going to be able to keep the policy. I'm like, oh, wow, look, I'm going to inquire because I want to know, damn, I'm going to have to pay this same charge back. Okay, so she like, yeah, I'm going to the DR, all this other stuff. So going to the DR is more important than your life? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. But I'm not going to argue with somebody. That's your life. If you don't want to protect your life, don't, by all means. So I canceled the policy. Hey, it is what it is. But I was really upset. So then when I went forward, I asked specific questions that were not even on the application, my own questions, to make sure that they're not going to be charging back the policy. Because 1, I don't want to pay. But 2, I want to make sure that you keep the policy for your own life. You need it. That's just what it is. And so, yeah, I was a little bit upset that she charged back the policy because not only did she have her own policy, but she had a few juvenile policies. Her children were on the policy. So not only charged her policy back, her 2 children charged those back too. So that was a total of 3 policies that charged back. So you don't care about your kid's life either? Girl, DR was more important than the kid's life. Not good. Not good. Not good at all. Hey, Keish. Hey, Diana. Jerry. Oh, Miss Jerry Blue is on Facebook. Miss Jerry Blue is a financial advisor. She actually sells life insurance and Medicare insurance. She's a financial advisor in annuities. So if you guys are in North Carolina, and I believe she's licensed in other states, you can reach out to Miss Jerry Blue. She's on Facebook. I believe I shared her information one time, but I'll share it again on Facebook, Kimberly Survivor Wyatt, so that you can see Miss Jerry Blue, Geri, last name Blue like the color. Look her up. She's very knowledgeable in the insurances, annuities. She does all types of financial advising, so she would be able to assist you if I'm not available, and I am sometime. The Gift of Life, the Gift of Life 101 at gmail.com is my email, and then also any of my social media handles. You can go check me out and jump in my inbox. Kimberly's Survivor Wyatt on Facebook, and then the Survivor's Life _36 on Instagram, and the Survivor's Life on TikTok. And then you'll always check out the YouTube channel because this is recorded. Also, I just want to make sure that everybody is having a great Sunday. I had a great weekend with my family. I hope you guys did too. And if you have any questions about any of the Medicare, the Social Security, the Medicaid, I know about Medicaid too with the Extra Help program. So I know I'm knowledgeable about that. But please, please, please reach out, because insurance can be helpful. Remember, having cancer, not just cancer, but most health issues, is a business. Cancer is a business. It's $1 billion, trillion business. The life insurance, the insurance companies work with the doctors. The doctors work with the doctors work with the life insurance companies. They all work together for this. The pharmaceutical companies, they all work together for that. So please, please, please educate yourself. Don't take my word for it. Utilize Google. Google is your friend. And Miss Jerry Blue, she'll help you out. But even if just an insurance broker, I recommend everybody that's going through annual enrollment period that's going to be coming up October 15th for Medicare, please, please, please always check the policies, check the plans, because they do change from year to year. So one year you may get one thing, and another year you may get something else. Especially United Healthcare, Aetna, Blue Cross and Blue Shield. You want to make sure that that policy is going to be working for you year after year. You don't want to continue to roll over. You want to have control over your health. And with that said, there's GenCare and Dedicated Senior Care Center. All of my seniors, they assist with all people that have Medicare. So Advantage plans. I was working with them and signing over people. If they had the plan that they didn't accept, then I would go up there. They would call me. I would go there and re-sign them a different plan that they did accept. But Dedicated Senior Care Center practices preventative care. You want preventative care. So preventative care means, okay, they're going to treat you before you get sick. You don't want somebody to treat you after the fact. I mean, that's what most doctors do now. They're treating you after the fact. I got a cold. Okay, I'm going to go to the doctor. But if you're going to Dedicated Senior Care Center as a senior, they send you every month so that they can prevent things from happening. Like, they'll send you for testing if they see that, oh, okay, maybe this or maybe that. Especially with your ages, you would want something that's preventative, a doctor that's going to be preventative. Plus, a lot of my patients were always stuck on one doctor. You don't want to be stuck on one doctor. I want a young doctor, because they be fresh. They have fresh ideas. They have fresh everything firing at all cylinders. If you got that one doctor that you've been seeing for 30 years, go get another doctor. Because that doctor is just like, oh, okay, yep, regular, normal. They're not really looking at you. They're not really trying to help you, because they're just like, oh, yep. Just because y'all friends. Friends? I don't got a doctor that's a friend. I mean, you cool and all, but I want my doctor to be medically, provide me very good medical attention. That's the most important thing. So always make sure if they got ratings for doctors. You can check the medical board. Always do your research. I wish I would have did my research as far as my plastic surgeon that I had in Charlotte. Due to reasons of I might get sued, I wish I could say names, but I can't. But do your research, contact medical boards, see, star ratings, You can even get that information from your insurance company as far as star ratings for your doctors. So you want to be the CEO, not of you want to be the CEO of your life. And this is taking back your power. Even though if the doctor is, there might be saying information and throwing things at you that you don't understand, make them break that down into layman's terms. Excuse me. Always take somebody with you to the doctor. I recommend it because you may be distraught. Oh, I know a couple of times I was in the, and then a couple of times my doctor thought I was dead crazy. He just ran out the room because he was scared. So I recommend to take somebody to the doctor with you. That way that they're soaking in the information and asking the questions that you can't answer or you can't ask. So that y'all be able to get back in the car and piggyback. Oh, the doctor said this, that, the third, whatever have you. Yes, take someone with you if you can. That same money always can't go, but you can record. You can record on your phone. We know y'all good at recording, so record on your phone. If somebody can't go with you, you want to make sure that you're gathering information and that you're doing, your due diligence and being the CEO of your health, your life. So that's why I wanted to come here and say. Also, here we go. Look at this. This is my St. Christopher necklace, but my charm. But this is au revoir. It's a little it's my symbol. It represents faith, independence, hope, and freedom. And so you guys can check this out at aurevoir.com. Yes, some of the proceeds go to breast cancer. I'll be adding on more products, but you can go and purchase at aurevoirclothing.com. So au revoir stands for goodbye in French. And we're going to say goodbye to cancer. And so this one is pink, of course, representing breast cancer. But I will be adding on different colors of the necklace. And I'll, be doing Kim's Care Kit. So that'll be coming soon. So you guys want to look out for that. And I'll also be plugging that into the YouTube channel. So go to A Survivor's Life on YouTube. This will be posted on The Survivor's Life on YouTube. Please like, share, because we all need information. And I'll be adding on information because this channel is my life. I'm surviving and this is my life. So wish me luck. Many prayers to you guys. Please pray for me and my protection also, because them demons coming at me are a body, boy. So, but thank you so much for joining me. And I really, hey, Miss Miss Ronnie. And so thank you guys for hey TikTok. Thank y'all so much for joining me. I really, truly appreciate y'all. The recording will be on A Survivor's Life on YouTube. And I will see you guys. I'll be here live Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. And then the recording will be always available. So please like, subscribe, and share. I appreciate you.